cool thing you can do with ChatGPT. You can go in here, you can download this for free and use this for free with a free account. And you can explore GPTs and do, if you type in Piano Pricer, it's this free custom GPT that I came up with. And so just Brennan Alviani right there. And when you're in it, you can give it information. It'll give you a pretty good idea of the price on it. So for example, I've got this Yamaha U2, and I can just say, is this a good deal? Right here. And it's going to analyze everything on this price tag. So our price tags, we really pride ourselves on having a lot of information on here. And it can analyze it even with it being handwritten, which is really handy. So it'll go ahead and, kind of show you that it read everything correctly off of it. As we go through, it'll talk about the age and like how that kind of impacts the sound of it, and price analysis. And it talks about how the U2 is no longer in production, but U1 and U3 models are, typically kind of prices you would expect. It makes my job a little harder as a salesperson because it doesn't make it look like a fantastic deal, but it does look like it's a fair deal. And it kind of goes through with some recommendations of questions to ask and maybe some negotiation tips, and a lot like that. So that's on something like the U2. Here's another one for a rebuilt Steinway B. So what about this piano? And again, it'll read all the information on it and give you a lot of context for kind of weighing the information that's involved in a really customized way, which I think is really handy because it's indexed the entire web and is able to kind of stitch together a lot of comparables to come up with some of the pricing range that they suggest. So, it notes that the clearance price is a pretty big discount off of the regular price and the reputation, and kind of the model reputation in general. But the rebuild status can vary pretty widely. So there's a lot of questions that need to be asked, and the age, and what to look for, especially in terms of soundboard cracks, pin block tightness, bridge, etc. Rebuilt and kind of what you would expect, from a store and the warranty and everything else. And so kind of goes through the recommendations of negotiation. You're getting pages and pages of a kind of a customized thing here with a final assessment that this is a good deal if everything on it's good. But you just have to make sure the rebuild quality is good. So that's exactly what I would tell, friends or family if they were shopping. It also even works with digital pianos, which is pretty impressive. This one. So again, I'm not giving it a lot of extra context. That's helpful if you're able to type out a paragraph about what you know about the piano in terms of history or anything else, and the clearance price, 90-day warranty. It's done some research on this particular digital. It doesn't get too specific on the digitals. So it talks about how this is a very newish, very lightly used, and it's a pretty noticeable discount. As we kind of go through, it's still thinking. But so it doesn't get too specific on the details of it. I could have asked maybe for more specifications, it tries asking you is this really the piano you want, not just is it a good price or not. So I really like that with it. So if you're looking for an acoustic piano, it's just not going to do the trick for you. So that's really good. And if you're looking to sell your piano, I'm looking to sell my Brown upright piano. So sometimes people will just message that to me of just like, hey, how much is my piano worth? And I'm like, well, what brand, what size? So these are the questions that I ask when trying to advise people. So I programmed this custom GPT to make sure to ask some of these really pertinent information points that make a big difference to the final valuation of it. So it's going to ask all these questions, which just helps you kind of gather this information. That said, if you don't provide all of these bits of information, it'll still try its best from there. So for example, I can say it's a 1959 Kimball Spinet. I've never had it tuned. So this would be one that's like not a very good piano. This would be one that I would probably tell people just like give away. So let's see what it says. And it'll kind of go through a little bit of analysis on it. So far, this is pretty good. This is kind of what I'd say. These are a lot of concerns that should be raised about the instrument. And so, it's giving you a lot of advice, which I never have time to do. Generally at the low end of the piano resale market, yep. A private sale, 100 to 500. Many piano dealers are unlikely to accept spinets at this old due to low resale demand. That's true. Free to get home. So this would be one that, probably give it away. So prep the piano, where to sell, some kind of delivery stuff. So you might sell for 300 to 400, but probably lower the price or consider donating it. So I'm pretty happy with all of the advice it's been giving so far. And as somebody who's been selling pianos for 15 years, I think it's really helpful to have this type of resource available for people as they're navigating the market, even if it makes my job as a piano salesperson a lot harder, because it makes it hard for me to build up how awesome family piano is or how awesome a specific piano is. It really keeps everything very much grounded in, you could buy something cheaper elsewhere. You could, make sure to look under these rocks. It's really very buyer friendly. And it would probably be a little harder as a piano salesperson to have this, in play. But I think it's really helpful for people. And I hope you guys enjoy it, and let me know what you think of it.